my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. I see a Goodwill with a line. It's not that bad of a line. So today I'm going thrifting. I am not in LA. I'm actually just north of LA in a different county. Most of Southern California just started opening some stuff up within the last week. So it looks like there's a line of people waiting. The stores here open at 10 and it's 4 minutes until. I just dropped off the dog. I'm gonna go and stop by a couple of stores today. They only have 3 stores open in this city. And I'm just gonna hold off on LA just due to everything going on. But I just wanted to get out of the house, see if I could find a few things. This is I don't typically come this direction to go sourcing. But I have been to these stores before, and this is a pretty big store. And I mean, I don't know how picked over stuff is going to be. I don't know how busy it's going to be. I don't know the rules. I know I've got my mask, and I know that they've got limited hours. So I think it's 10 to 6 is the hours, I believe. So I am just going to try. How many people are in line? Quite a few people. Oh man, I should have gotten here a little bit earlier. But because I dropped off the dog at daycare, I was talking to them since she hasn't gone to daycare in like forever. So anyways, but I guess since there is a line of people because it's not open yet. It's not the line. So maybe I won't have to wait in line for very long. We will see. Oh my gosh, there's plenty of parking. I really don't want to go stand in line, but okay, so not much waiting and we finally get to go in. Everyone's kind of keeping their distance. Everyone has their masks and they had someone at the front door counting the people coming in. They also had sanitized carts and then they had people sanitizing throughout the day, the carts as well. So the very first thing I did was just kind of take a walk through of the store. Keep in mind, these are not my normal stores. I rarely come to these. So I just kind of wanted to get oriented with kind of what the layout of the store. And so I just did a quick walkthrough, but I eventually headed over to some clothes. I didn't really look at too many shoes. Shoes aren't my favorite at the moment, but you can see they have very little furniture, but everything else was pretty well stocked. And so I'm just gonna jump in to show you some stuff that I left behind, starting with, obviously this is fast forwarded, but I found 2 skirts by this Phillip Lim Target collab. And, you know, some of these collabs can do pretty well. So I did look them up, especially because they were 2 of the same size and it would be 1 listing, but I decided to leave those behind. The comps just weren't good enough for me to pay full price. This was a brand, and to be honest, it's POIS. I wasn't familiar with it, but I loved the sleeve detail, really soft knit tee, but I think it said made in Italy, and I looked it up, decent comps, but not worth paying full price for, so I left it behind. I do like picking up Adriana Goldschmied occasionally, but with the red cords, I just felt like it was going to be a hard sell, also pretty tiny, so I left those behind. And this was a brand I was not familiar with, Mod Ref, but it kind of gave me the Lagan look vibes. And in fact, some people did use those keywords with some of the items. The comps were hit or miss, and for full price, I just didn't think it was worth it. These were a very, very soft pair of soft surroundings, ironically. And I do like picking up this brand occasionally, usually not at full price, but they did have a snag on the back. But the Pont knit style I have sold before, and they usually do okay, but yeah, that snag just kind of killed it. This, if it were my size, I would have kept it for myself because, as many people know, green is my favorite color, and I just loved this vest. It's Nike, and I don't pick up a lot of Nike. They did mark it up just a couple extra dollars, but beautiful vest, just not worth it with comps. Did have a little bit of signs of wear, so all right, someone came up to me, so I kind of had to reshuffle my camera, but I have sold this brand. I absolutely loved this dress. I didn't think it was an outrageous price. The brand is Shoshana. Absolutely loved this dress, but because it was kind of this very delicate crochet, there were just a couple areas that they weren't snags, but I felt like it was an easy to snag item. And for $10 or whatever it was, I just decided it was safer to leave behind. This is a Little Yellow Button, which is an Anthropology brand. I loved the tee. If this were $1 or $2, I would have definitely picked it up, but I probably would only be able to get about 12 to 15 for that, and definitely not worth paying, $4 or $5 for at regular price. This actually was one of the better items of the day. This is Spencer Alexis, and I would not have picked this up if it weren't the set, but the skirt set will probably be somewhere between 50 to 60. I need to do more research, but it was a great size, beautiful skirt set, and yeah. And then I absolutely loved this Prana skirt. Tie-dye is very in right now. This is a cute little maxi skirt, and I loved the color. I don't typically pay full price for something like Prana, but because this is so on trend, I thought it was worth picking up. This is actually a Diane von Furstenberg. I love the skirt. Man, if it were my size, I would keep it. I love the button detail. Diane von Furstenberg is hit or miss, but I was happy to find it here. And then I think this is the second to last item. This is a pair of frame denim, size 34, which is a great size, in decent condition. And I think it was a straight leg, so I snatched that up. And then this is the last item at this first store, which is a J. Jill top. Now, I do not pick up all J. Jill, but it's pink, it's linen, it's a perfect summer top, and it's a size large. So I definitely grabbed it. I won't make much money on it, but I liked picking it up. Okay, so I'm at the second store. There is no line outside. If it's anything like the last store, there were not that many people, which is great. Unfortunately, they're also not running any sales that I can see. Normally in this city, they don't have dollar days. They just have 50% off a color during the week, and they don't have that going on. And my guess is to try and, sales bring crowds, and they don't want crowds at the moment, unfortunately. So I'm just trying to be very selective. I got a few really good things at the last store, and I'm really happy about that. I've got my green tea latte that's keeping cold in the car. And I've got my wipes, and I've got my mask. So I'm gonna go into the second store and hopefully spend, 2 to 3 hours here. I spent 2.5 hours at the first store, and this is another good area, so I'm hopeful I can find a few more things. And then there's one more store I can go to before I have to pick up the dog. I think they close the dog daycare at 6, so I will need to be there before 6. And these Goodwills are closing at 6 anyways, so if I can hit up 3 stores and get, a few good things, I'll be pretty happy. And so yeah, let's see what I can find in this store. Okay, so immediately when I walked into the store, I went left, which is where no people were, and I saw some bags. I decided to take a quick look through at bags. I wasn't looking at every single item, but just looking for any quality item or anything like that. I didn't see much. I did see this one bag, which at first glance looked like a Longchamp, but it actually had some embroidery for some event. And so I just left that behind. Just started in the home area. I'm not shopping for anything in the home area, but it was just away from people and just an easy starting point to just figure out how the layout of the store was. Again, not a normal store for me. So I immediately decided to go to the hard goods area. Now, I like selling hard goods on eBay. And the good thing about hard goods is if something isn't my style, but is cute and is cheap, I can pick it up. And my mom also sells hard goods and then has her antique booth. So I just kind of looked around, tried to take some time just to kind of see what fun little things I could find. I did get one thing for her. It wasn't a mug, but I did get one thing for her here, and it was just fun to kind of browse. I did end up, after kind of doing a walkthrough of the store, like the last store, I headed over to clothing and actually started looking through some racks. I spent about a little over 2 hours at this store, and this store was a bust. I did not get anything except one t-shirt for me, which was not what I wanted for me. And then I also got one thing for my mom in her antique booth. So this was definitely a bust, but some fun stuff. You can see right here, I'm just kind of looking at hard goods, but just jumping into stuff that I left behind. This is a vintage leather jacket. This is a designer piece, but it was marked up because it was leather and the comps just weren't consistent or great. So I decided to leave that behind. This, obviously I'm dropping things. This is Halston. This tag was inconsistent with what I could find. There's H by Halston. This is a designer line and they've got multiple lines, but for some reason that fell off. So I left it behind. This is a World Market top, and I can't remember who likes selling World Market. I believe they shop at the bins for it, and that top probably would have only gotten about 10, 12, so I left it behind. This is a pair of men's pants. I have sold this brand. It is an expensive brand, but you can see there's a lot of wear. There's some snags, and so I decided to leave that behind. This is a little chino skirt by Athleta. I like picking up Athleta, but the comps weren't great on this specific item, and everything is full price, so I was trying to be selective. This is a little Garnet Hill skirt, beautiful little floral midi skirt. Absolutely loved the print. However, comps were not great, maybe 12 bucks at best. This is a nice little vintage sweater. I was tempted to keep this for myself, to be honest. There was no size, but I knew I could get away with it. Honestly, the comps weren't great. I don't need any more sweaters, so I left it behind. This is one of my favorite kind of bread and butter brands, I guess you could call it, that I sell is Denim & Supply by Ralph Lauren. Loved this lightweight sweater, but there were some snags, and for full price, it just wasn't worth it for me at that time. This is Angel of the North. I very rarely find this brand. This is an Anthropologie brand. I got excited when I saw the tag, but immediately saw all the snags all over. So someone definitely got a lot of use out of this, which is great, but definitely not worth picking up for me. This is a cute little, in my opinion, summer spring sweater by JOA. This brand is kind of hit or miss for me with comps. I did like it a lot, but there were a couple snags and just not worth paying full price for. And then this last item, I can't remember the brand, to be honest, but it's new at tags. It looks like they do a lot of bedding, and it was marked up just a couple dollars, but adorable style. Loved the cap sleeves. It had a little belt. It had pockets. It was kind of a tunic length, but the comps were pretty terrible. Not terrible, but for paying $8, it just wasn't worth it. So okay, so on to the last store of the day. You can see me just with my full cart trying to get a little selfie, and I'm definitely happy with this last stop of the day. I picked up some great things, but just to jump into the stuff that I left behind. This is another Target collab by Isaac Mizrahi. For some reason, I remember seeing that this jacket did pretty well, and there were two of them new with tags. And so I looked them up, but the comps were not that great, just very inconsistent. And to pay full price for these, it was a little risky, so I left those behind. This is Cut Loose. Now, I normally like picking up this brand, usually only for $1 or $2, but it had some significant wear, just like it had been washed a lot of times. And although I liked the style and the color, the wear just, it killed it. So I left that behind. This is a brand I constantly am tempted to pick up, but I have never once actually successfully sold it. It's Bailey 44. They have sold this at Anthropologie, among other places. Absolutely loved the style of jacket, but because I haven't had great luck with this brand at full price, I just didn't want to risk it. Also, the tag is kind of showing some wear, so I decided to leave that behind. This is I believe this is a Free People skirt, and I left this behind. This item probably without a little mark like it has right there would probably only get about $10, $15 at best and not sell quickly, so I left it behind. Here's another Free People. I probably would have grabbed this, except it was missing a button right in the middle, and I did check the material tag. There were no extra buttons. Yes, I could have done something and maybe found one or rebuttoned all of it, but I'm just not for me. So I did leave behind a couple or one or two of these Adriano Goldschmied jeans. I did pick up a few, but this one specifically had kind of some wear, not intentional, like definitely had some wear, just that someone really liked the pair of jeans. So okay, so I am home from my thrifting adventure. This is actually all stuff from the last store, which ended up being the best store of the 3 of the day. So I just wanted to show you the stuff that I decided to take home. This I was really excited about. This is Helmut Lang. This is a brand that I've had decent luck with. I don't pick up every piece depending on the price, but I really liked this cut on the skirt. Definitely kind of edgy and fun. And so I was excited about that. This I also was excited about. So anytime I see kind of a really well-made, fun, athletic piece, I'm always hopeful. And sure enough, this is Lululemon. So it's got the marking there. It's got the marking on the zipper pull. Actually, I didn't even look up so there's the size dot in here. So this is a size 6. And it's just a cute little skirt with the fun little pockets and adorable. This one I also was really excited about. Really adorable summer dress with just kind of this fun little accent on the front. I love this detail. And this is actually Free People. This is the New Romantics line. I've had decent luck with this line for Free People. So I was happy about that. And that's a size 8. Fun little detail on the back with kind of a cutout on the back. This was the only one of a brand that I wasn't familiar with. I did have to look this up. I was kind of in a hurry near the end because they did close early at 6. I'm not sure exactly how to pronounce this brand. I do need to do a little more research, but it's a linen dress. It's got this beautiful beading up here, just kind of a shift dress, perfect summer dress. This is a size medium, and I believe when I looked it up, it looks like I might be able to get about 30 to 35, but I'm gonna have to do more research. This one, I don't pick up all J. Jill, but this was a 2X and just such a classic piece. It's the single button. I don't have a button at the moment, but a single button. Got some pockets on the front, and it's just this beautiful classic velvet blazer. And I think someone's really gonna love this. I love velvet jackets personally. This one is an H by Halston. And this has, I'm not sure if this is going to be tied in the front. I think it's tied in the front. I still need to take pictures of everything, but it's just a cute little summer dress, a little knit V-neck, adorable. So, and that's a size 4. Now, this store had, I believe, 5 or 6 pairs of Adriana Goldschmied, and they were all in the 26 to 28 size range. I only got 3 of them in the best condition. So this is the Stilt cigarette leg, and this is the size 28, and it seemed to be in good condition. This one is the Farrah, the high-rise skinny ankle, and I believe this was the 26. And this one actually had a little bit of cuffed detail at the bottom, which I really liked. And I like more of the kind of fading, the medium wash, and also high rise. This one is the super skinny legging. I believe this is a mid-rise, but I'm gonna have to double check. And that's the size 28 and also in good condition. And let's see, I think this is the last item. This is a pair of Torrid. Now, I do not pick up everything Torrid, especially when I'm not, I mean, maybe for $1 or $2, but this was full price. But the reason I decided to pick it up was it's curvy skinny. It's kind of a lightweight denim material, but it actually says 18XS. And I believe that might mean extra short, which it's, I don't know. I mean, it could be ankle on just a regular person, but I really liked the wash. They seem to be in really good condition. As far as I couldn't find any pilling or anything like that. I think it's a really great summer pant for someone. And if someone is short, I think that's what that means. I thought just it was an unusual size. So I decided to give it a shot. I won't get too much money off of that just because jeans, full price, nothing was on sale. But I thought maybe I could find a new home for it. So that's it for my thrifting adventure. I'm hoping to go out next week, so stay tuned for more.